Hello, and welcome back to whatever we call this blender thing. Make and break is what I usually call it, so we're going to call it make and break. Hello, how's everybody doing? We had a nice little pre-roll chat going on. Thank you to Joe and Junie. How's everybody doing today? I decided to start off with a kick today. I've been in very high production mode. I've been working a lot on some stuff the past couple of days. So I took it upon myself to make a nice little neat image board for us. Oh, the audio is weird? Is it my mic? Okay, because I made a change to my mic. Is my mic being weird? Yes, no, maybe so? Let me see if I can't fix it. Mic is only coming through on the left side. Yep, that's my fault. Hold on, I'll fix it. You're good. No worries. It's my fault. I did it. Let me real quick. Oh, that's weird. It shouldn't be doing it like this. It should... Does that sound any better? Is that doing it better for us? Okay. Hello. I'm back. So I removed the option to down mix my mic to stereo, but I guess since my mic doesn't automatically work in stereo, it only does one ear? I don't know. That seems silly. Streamlabs is silly. Okay, so we're back. Hello. I'm going to pop on some music and we're going to jump straight into it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put on the default. I've been very tied for time lately. I've been working a lot, like I was saying. But I think I'm pretty close to figuring out the music situation. I need to do a couple of copyright tests. So, spoilers. I'm going to start a random YouTube channel that I'm never going to tell anybody about. I'm going to post a bunch of videos with a bunch of random music and visuals on it, and I'm going to see what gets copyright claimed. I'm just going to use that as a burner channel just to see what kind of trouble I can get into for certain music, and we'll experiment from there. So I guess don't look forward to that, but that will be a thing that's happening. So we're making an onsen, right? Let's make this bad boy. So I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted it to look like, but this is probably the closest I have to an idea, is this sort of look. I want to put a sign out front. I want to try and do snow, although I'm scared that that's not going to work. And then I got little bits and pieces everywhere. So let's just get going. So first things first, let's build ourselves a little shelf to put the major part of the onsen on. So we're going to do a little bit of construction first. We're going to go a little bit outside of our comfort zone, which is the goal here on Make and Break. We're going to go outside of our comfort zone, and I'm going to make the architecture first. We're going to do level design, quote unquote. So let's call that... So that's the beginning of it. Now what I want to do is make stairs coming down. I kind of want to make the stairs just part of this. Let's do that. Okay, I'm already defeating my own structure. I already didn't want to do this, but I'm doing it. Too bad. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to make a couple of stairs coming down, and we're going to have an onsen. Nice and easy. So all I want to do is just make some nice little stairs. So actually, instead of doing this, here's what I should do. Check this. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. The brain is in the right place. It's like I've never 3D modeled in my life before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6? Let's do 8. 8 will do. Okay, that's perfect. Now, I'm going to extrude just one of them. Right? Actually, what am I doing? This is going to be obvious. Oh, it's almost like I know what I'm doing for once. Who would have thought? Who would have thought I knew what I was doing? There we go. That's a stair. Let's say it should be 0.1. Is that about enough for you to step on? I'd say that looks about right to me. And now I can just go control, 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 Look at that. We've made ourselves stairs, and they are all equidistant from one another. Not a problem. Look at that. Gorgeous. You should be proud of me, honestly. I actually prepared for stream once, so, I mean, in that regards, I'm feeling great. I don't normally prepare this much. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna round the stairs out just a little bit. Maybe I should be using like a sharp. Let's try a sharp real quick. And then I think we're smooth sailing to get going on this thing. Is the music a little bit loud, or is that just on my end? Should I be messing with the music? It's hard to tell. Ooh, ooh, look at those stairs. Try and tell me that's not it. That looks so good. All right. Cool. So that is going to be, so that is this part right here. Okay? That's all this. So now I just need to go ahead and build out the underbelly of this, put some rocks around, and we're good to go. You're gonna make the interior. That's definitely my last priority, but I'm gonna try. That's the goal. I'm probably also gonna make a little Shinto shrine. I'm sure that's a little bit... That might be a little tokenistic. I apologize to anybody if, like, Shinto shrines are not supposed to be occupied with onsens. I'm just not sure. That icon is really nice, and I've always wanted to make one. And I have a really good idea of how to make one. So I'll make one, and if it's offensive, I'll just take it off and it won't be a part of the sketch. But I'd love to make one. The inside of onsens usually have the showers that you rinse off with before you get in, right before you go out to it. Tell you what, that's a decent idea. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the entrance to this place. Actually, I'm gonna put the entrance right here. So let's do that right now. Since you've said it, let's just go for it. Now, I'm feeling really confident right now, but I think this might just plummet in front of us. Okay, so this is the lot. This is the whole area that we have to work with. And then obviously this area over here. So that's going to be the big old building area. Let's put a fence right here. So, when I think of a fence, what do I think of? Do I want to do it procedurally? I don't know. I don't know. Having a hard time imagining a fence right now. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab this. You know what? I'll just start here. This is fine. Okay, we got ourselves a nice little fence. I'm going to grab one of these walls, and it is going to go all the way across. Hello, CQDK. How you doing? That will be it. Chaos, hello. How is everybody doing? Okay, cool. So that is the front fence of the building. Should it overlap like that? I don't know. I'm gonna spoil things for everybody. I'm gonna give a spoiler right now. I'm not sure how much of this sketch I'm keeping for the final product. I need a bunch of like bath, hot springs, cavey sort of stuff. And so I'm going to reuse a lot of these assets, but this is mostly just for fun today. I'm trying to draw digital and I'm doing terrible. Digital is a hard thing to jump straight into, honestly. Do you have a tablet or are you doing it with your mouse? Because that's going to make a world of difference. Also, I don't know if Chaos would be willing, but Chaos might be a person to ask a little bit of questions about. I don't mean to sell them out if that's not part of the game plan, but Chaos is an exceptional digital artist. Hey, it is our once a day spam phone call. So everybody say hello to the spam call. I got a normal tablet and I'm using my fingers. Don't do that. Use a stylus. Get like a pin and just like put the cap in or do something. Like look There's probably like various ways to make styluses. You can't use your finger. You're gonna have a real bad time using your finger. Like that's worse than not using a tablet. All right, so we got ourselves a little path. Actually, I'm looking at this, and this is a ramp. This is just a ramp with leaves on it. There's no stairs at all. Do I keep the stairs, or do I go for the ramp? We know what you meant. I'm gonna keep the stairs. I like the stairs. They look cool. I think I did a good job on them. Actually, I think I might have made them a little too obvious. So I'm gonna do this. They have a little bit more of a ramp to them. There we go. Now they look a little bit more organic. Cool. Okay, so we got a fence. Now we need to put an entrance. So you walk into here. Wait, before we do that, let me figure out. We have a male and a female area because this is traditional Japan. You know, not even speaking about traditional Japan, I'm not sure how I feel about, like, strange men and women changing together. I consider myself a pretty liberal person, but I don't know if that's good for anybody. I don't think that's ever been a good idea for anybody. So I'm going to say that's probably the changing room right there. There we go. This would be your perfect excuse to become a hot tub streamer. What the heck is a hot tub streamer? Excuse me? I would love to be a hot tub streamer, whatever that means. What the heck is a hot tub streamer? Okay, so what we're gonna want here... Oh, this gets awkward really quick, doesn't it? Okay, so this building has to be cut into two parts, basically. There's a whole category for hot tub. It's a bit weird. What? Okay, what do hot tub streamers do? They just, like, get in a hot tub and talk about their life? Hey, guys, so, went to Whole Foods today. Basically... That's messed up. Oh, no. I mean, I could pull off a bikini. I could rock a bikini for sure. Okay, the nuances of this... Hold on. We gotta make a separate thing real quick. I'm running into a bit of a bottleneck here because I don't understand architecture. So let me make this real big real quick. And we're gonna make a quick version of this. This song, I've never heard this song before. This song sounds great. Never seen it, but it sounds so weird. That sounds super weird. So if you enter into here... Sure. Yeah, we'll do it just like that. Okay, so you enter in here. There's a hallway. And then there's a changing room right here. There's a changing room right here. What prevents people from just looking into here? You'd have to have, like, a wall? Like that? And the entrance would have to be, like, right here, I think? That's what that looks like? I believe that's what that needs to look like. So that's what our little changing rooms look like. Okay, got it. There's an artist I follow stuck their VTuber avatar in a 2D picture of an avatar. What? And ever since started recording hot tub streamers to me. Started recommending. The heck? Okay, you know what? You know what? Hold on. This is going to be stupid. It's not going to be worth it one bit. But since you've said it, let's go ahead and just look up. Let's look up a little thing real quick. Is there a hot tub emoji? Oh no. Oh no is right. Oh no is absolutely what you should be saying right now. No, there's not a hot tub emoji. What a shame. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a hot tub. This is not going to be worth it at all. This is a big waste of everyone's time. But, you know, it's my right to waste your time, so I'm going to waste your time. All right, what do I want? I want like a clean shot of a hot tub. Just a nice clean cut of a hot tub. Oh, the scam caller is calling us back. They also have a local number, so who knows what's up with that. All right. All right, what do I want? What do I want? I'm looking at hot tubs. These are pretty bad looking hot tubs. That's a good looking hot tub, but there's 2 of them. Isn't that a shame? Come on, just give me a nice looking hot tub. That's pretty bad. Oh, I just want like a hot tub. This'll do. Catboy Mech. I'd love to be in a hot tub right now. Me too. Something tells me this is like copywritten, but I'm gonna grab it. I do love me a hot tub. There's nothing like having a cold pool and a hot tub and going back and forth and just like experiencing that like huge change. Oh, that's lovely. I can't remember the last time I've been in a hot tub. There we go. That's the hot tub. If I'd have to cut it out. No, I'm not going to use that. We're going to use the one that we grabbed. All right, so I'm back. Hello. Let's go back to Blender real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an image. It won't let us add an image. Oh, there we go. Let's add a new source. That's not what I wanted. Sir, please. Barrel! Barrel, you've caught us at a weird time. Give me 1 second. There we go. Add a new source. Sure, we'll just call it image. I don't care. And let's pop this guy in. There we go. 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 Let's make it a little bit bigger. Excellent. Now, I would like to do more to it, but you know what? That'll do for now. We got ourselves a little hot tub. Is it a little weird looking? For sure it looks a little bit weird, but we'll live with it. Okay, so I'm back. Hello. That was a nice little cross-section of time that we just spent. Was it worth it? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. So, we're going to go ahead and fill out our hallway right here. And I'm going to need to make 2 little cross-sections right here. And 1 on each of these. And I got to know what the amount is when I do it. So, negative 0.675. Negative 0.675. There we go. That's our setup. Done. I'm surprised there's not a hot tub emoji. I was like really looking forward to just grabbing an emoji, throwing it on there. I know there's the hot spring emoji, which is like it's like a little red bowl and it has little steam coming out of it, but surprised there's not like a just a full-on hot tub. Seems pretty obvious to me. All right. So that's done for the building for now. That's just what the building's got to look like. All is well there. I should probably also add a cross-section. We'll get back to this. I don't care. I'm not thinking about this. In fact, I might even blow the roof off of this and make it open air. That might be pretty good. So anyway, I never asked, how is everybody else doing? How are you all doing? What I'm going to want to do is add the rocks. So I'm going to add myself a little bit of rock. Right in here. We'll pop this out. That looks all right to me. And I just need to pop it out just enough to keep you from seeing back into here. Ready for the weekend? Man, I don't even have a sense of time anymore. My whole sense of time is ruined. I just live. I treat every day like a weekday. Every time I have a day off, I spend it working on something. Was traveling the whole day super tired? What do you mean traveling? What does traveling mean? Are you moving? Did you just go take like a car ride or something? What is traveling? I've waited so long for the weekend. Wow, we got a lot of weekend chasers over here. You guys gotta let your weekdays be fun too. It can't all be the weekend every day. All right, so that is going to be... That's that right there. And I'm gonna make a little gap. Just a tiny gap so we're not overlapping. There we go, it looks good. And let's grab this and pop it on back, and then I think we're good to go. Got paid today and said goodbye to most of it because of bills. I feel that. I had to pay my bills the other day. I had to pay my bills 5 days ago. And when I did that, I was like, ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close to a scary amount of money. There we go. Coming home from college, entry exams from other side of the Republic. So you're at home now. You were with your grandma, weren't you? You have $25 left? What the heck? Okay, I'm not gonna say how much money I have in my bank account, but I'm doing better than 25 bucks. That's scary, man. Or is that how much you have from your paycheck? I hope it's your paycheck. That would be a scary amount of money to have. I mean, I don't want to like call you out. I apologize if that seems rude. That's a little scary. 25 is not a lot of money to live off of. Okay, so we have this little area here. I'm debating what we want to do with this wall. What are we going to do here? Do we just put the fence over here? That's $25 left after paying everything off that has been collected. So I got rid of that stress. All right, I won't ask you any financial questions. You're good. I grew up with like a very strong financial background. And so despite every odd, I have a pretty good understanding of how finances work. And money is definitely something that scares me a little bit. I always worry about everybody's financial situation. Especially, I mean, I'm sure everybody in the world suffers from this, but like, the United States is getting kind of bleak. You know, the US has always been kind of like the economic hotspot of the world, right? People of different countries come to the US to start business and stuff. It's like, that's not holding true anymore. Like, the US is getting kind of strapped for cash. Things are getting a little bleak over here. But I'm sure that's true everywhere. I'm still a kid, but I think money is very scary. I wouldn't be scared of money. Okay, I'm going to say probably the worst thing that I could ever say to somebody, so I apologize for this. Let me just go ahead and say I apologize completely for what I'm about to say. Money is a lot like weight, like watching your weight. You have to think about it, and the more you think about it, the more control you have over it. But if you think about it too much, you can super stress yourself out. And so it's that like fine balance of like, you know, if you want to eat a brownie, just go and eat a brownie. That's fine. Who cares? Whatever. It's your life. Do whatever you want. But if you eat a brownie every single day, you're going to have a problem. I mean, maybe you won't. Maybe you have a great metabolism. I don't know. But for most people, you just can't sit and eat a brownie every day. I can't. I would die. You know, I say that. I've had like 3 Oreos every single day for like a month now. So I'm probably like due to die. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just up this a little bit. Okay, so that's our front fence. This is our onsen. We're done. We're here. We've done it. Let's put the water in, and then we'll get going. This is looking a lot like a real game right now with how kind of shoddy the set looks. Everything just culls off as soon as you get out of bounds. But I guess that's what we're going for. I mean, I'm not about to, like, make a whole world. That would be insane and impossible for me. So I guess this is what we're doing. Okay, cool. So that is it. This is the beginning of what we're doing. I suppose I will add a little area for the bottom of the water. Now this is going to be a little tricky. Hold on, let me grab you. We're going to run out of angles to look at this thing soon enough. Please don't grab the top. It did grab the top. Why would you do that? Control to you. There we go. Pull you down. And let's get going. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy on his side all the way down to there. That looks good. This should do. I think the stairs are a little faulty, but I don't hate it. All right, so let me grab you, and we're going to extrude you straight out. You know, straight. We're going to go global, and it's got to be X. Global X. That's not it. Y. There we go. Boom. We've done it. So officially, we have made ourselves all of the geometry we're going to need for this onsen. Is it a little weird looking? Yes. Yes, it is. It's a little strange looking, but this is our onsen. This is what we have. This is what we love. This is what we work with. If it looks weird, too bad. So let's actually make some geometry now that we're here. Let's go ahead and build the railing. I think the railing is going to be like the first most important thing for us. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of a railing. Let's see here. So when I think of railing, let's go ahead and grab a reference image here. There should be one that has a little bit of railing for us. That's pretty boring. Oh, I have a task for everybody, by the way. Everybody who's here, I have a job for you. I would like you to name this place. I would like you to name the onsen. So if everyone can collectively come up with a name for this place, that would be very lovely. You know what? I kind of really like these poles. So if I make these poles and add bars between them, we should be pretty good. Is there any info about this place, or is it a generic onsen? That's a good question. Let's make some lore. Let's do some lore writing. Let's do some writing together. I always talk about writing, and I never write on stream. Let's do a little bit of writing. What do we got? We got ourselves male, female, changing rooms. You go out, you're on an onsen. I guess it's a shared bath. I didn't think about that. Oh, man. Maybe this is, like, single gender, then. Okay, if this is single gender, then that could be a little bit more interesting lore-wise. Now, the question is, which gender am I going to choose? Because that's going to say a lot. I'm leaning towards being a male-only onsen, just because it's Japan. It's just kind of how it be. But I'm kind of open to ideas. Potato that's. What the heck? What does that mean? Let's see. Okay. Just going off the top of my dome. Off the top of my dome right now. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a little pocket dimension. So you got to know somebody to get in here, right? This isn't in the real world. So this is a little like pocket dimension with an onsen inside of it. And the onsen itself, now we got to think about that. Why would there be a pocket dimension with an onsen in it? This is going to be the meeting room for unisex onsens aren't very common. Is that true? Okay, then we'll do both. That's fine. That's A-okay with me. I'm cool with that. So we have both genders, but let's go ahead and say that the amount of people that would be in here at any given time is pretty low. It's pretty private. That's going to be my consolidation for that. And what this is it is a boardroom for spirits. So if, let's say, like the spirit of the forest or, you know, something like that wants to talk to you, they whisk you away to this onsen, and you go hang out in the onsen while you talk business with spirits, and they basically tell people to stop building suburbs in forests and stuff like that. So yeah, that's gonna be the nature of this place. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, so that is our little post. Let's take a look at this. So this is an extra dimensional onsen where spirits talk to people. Let's go crazy with that. So what are we gonna call this place? And also, if we want to decide what kind of spirits are here, I'm game for that as well. I kind of think it should be just general, like anything could be here, but if you guys want to specify, that's cool with me. All right, I'm gonna make this kind of low poly. I don't really want to sit and think too hard about this, so it's gonna be low poly to me. So we're gonna go ahead and extrude along normals. Let's make this whole thing a little bit smaller. And yep, it comes up just like that. That looks good. And then I'm gonna raise it up just a little bit, and then we're going to extrude, grab, and extrude. And now we can do the nice, simple task of dissolving all of these edges. And this guy can be brought down. And now we sculpt it. Evil spirits that scare you do as they say. What? CQDK, you're being very cryptic today. I need some more context. What are you talking about? What does that mean? I'd say right there is probably about perfect. Shinigami Bubble. Deluge. I don't know. I am bad with naming things. Evil spirits, they scare you, so you do as they say. Oh, yes, exactly. You're right. My bad. I skipped your do. Shinigami Bubble. I kind of like Bubble. Okay. So I'm going to call it Bubble is... So it's going to be blank Bubble. So what do we want bubble? Look at that. This is pretty good looking. Part of me wants to undo that and pop this up. Bubble trouble? No way. No way, I refuse. Bubble, trouble, toil, and double. I'm pretty proud of this guy. This guy looks good. It's a little low poly, like I said, but that's fine. It's not hurting anybody. So I'll put a little tiny, orb on it, and we're set. In fact, I'll make the orb float because why wouldn't I? 32 by 16 is fine. Bubble hot Tobo. No, I want Mini Bon Bubble. What the heck? Okay. What is going on with you guys? All right, I feel like I might need to be the one who comes up with a name, but I'm willing to wait a little bit longer, see what everyone comes up with. Getting some weird names, that's for sure. I like Bubble. I can stick with Bubble. Bubble is good. Is there a word for the spiritual world? It could be that followed by Bubble. So to answer that question, this is not canon in my writing. This is not a canonical place. This is just a little sketch that we're doing today. I just made this. So if I want to invent a word for the spirit world, inventing a word for the spirit world. So I can't say what the word for the spirit world is in my actual writing because that would be like intelligent fraud for me because people would just steal it because it's the name of a lot of things that I work on. In Japanese, it's Reiki. Banshee Bubble is not bad. I like Banshee Bubble. It's a little demeaning, I think. It might be a little demeaning. But it's cool. Alliteration is always great. Also, Reiki. Isn't Reiki the thing where people go out and they do this stuff? Hold on, I gotta move the, I gotta move that hot tub down a little bit. Okay, I'm definitely not doing Oni Bubble. I'm just gonna put that out there. Oni Bubble is more demeaning than the other one. Hot Bubble. I'm not doing Hot Bubble. What's the difference? Reiki and Reikai? Yeah, the healing thing. What's the difference? That seems so similar to me. Okay, so I want to use this. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a challenge. Here we go. I'm up for a challenge. Let's do this. This is gonna be just the worst thing you've ever seen. I'm gonna grab an array. The array is going to go -5 on the Y, 0 on the X, -10. I'm not naming it Pogtato. It's not happening. -11. -12. That looks about right to me. This'll do. So let's grab these guys, make sure we get rid of 1, so there's only 7, and then I'm gonna link them up. Bobble Bubble. Okay, so I'm gonna do a technique that I use a lot of the times. I'm gonna merge 2 words together, and we're gonna use like... Okay, so when you do linguistics, when you look at like the evolution of language, languages get really weird really quick. And the way that languages are formed is people misunderstand words over and over and over again until it creates a whole new language. That's like a shorthand, but that's basically how linguistics works. So we're going to do that together right now. As soon as I do some quick math, that is going to hurt my brain. I believe that looks perfect. Let's do 7. Let's double check that you look all right. Oh, it looks close. Yeah, that's close enough. I don't care. That's literally perfect. Cool. So we made an array. The beckoning bubble. I kind of like that too. Okay, beckoning bubble. Beckoning bubble. Hold on, I gotta think about this. Beckoning bubble. It could have a spiritual mermaid ghost be the owner. All right, now we're thinking. Now we're thinking. I'm liking this. Blissful bubble. All right, no. We're done. We're done. No more of that. The beckoning bubble. Okay, here we go. Let me make a text file real quick. Let's make a little bit of text. Let's pop it on over. Let's make it huge. And let's edit it. Oni Boule. Cell. I kind of like Cell Bell. That seems a little silly to me. That's a little bit bad. Let's get one more, and then I'm gonna totally mingle them up. Grandma Bubble. That's a no. Oh man, Abel. Abel is good. Abel is really good. Okay, let's take Abel and let's mangle that up. So I want to. We can go Southern style, which would be that, or we could do. Abel. I just walk my fingers across the keyboard? No way. Abel? Is that what we like? We like Abel? I like Abel. Part of me really wants to be like Abel Prima, but I don't think that's good. Abel Liss. Lissabel. Okay, you know what? I think it's this. I think it's less Abel. How do we feel about less Abel? Where's our feelings about less Abel? Or do we just like Abel by itself? Sounds fancy. I'm not doing Los Abel. That's maybe a little too on the nose. I like Les because it reminds me of Laura Les, who is one of my celebrity crushes. I really like Laura Les. Sweetheart, absolute sweetheart in this world. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now. We're gonna think about that a little bit later. That's our list. So let's go ahead and put some boundaries here. Now, when I think of a hot spring, I think that they have pretty minor railing, pretty low rails. So let's pop ourselves in just a little tiny cube. And what I'm going to want is to grab the same X as before. Right there. That'll be it. X is right here. Les, I got so many jokes in my head now because of Les. What's your favorite type of music if you have one? Man, that is a tough question to answer. Every time I get into music conversations with people, I end up becoming very pretentious. I don't know if it's my own fault or whatever. I've had a couple of people that I've talked to music about before, and they're always like, wow, sorry I asked. And I'm like, okay, don't ask. I grew up with I'll defend Lady Gaga to the day I die. Lady Gaga's good. There's nothing wrong with Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's awesome. She's a champion. Man, I love this song. This song is nice. Man, it is tough to think about music. See, okay, the thing is, I grew up around music. I learned music at a very young age, and I thought I was going to go to school for music. When I was in high school, I was in a bunch of music programs, and I felt very compelled towards them. I felt like, yeah, this is who I am, etc. I'm going to be a musician till the day I die. And I'm still that way. I mean, let's not mince words about it. I got piano. I got a guitar back there. I got an accordion. Oh, I have a really... Okay, hold on. I'll show you something cool. You guys want to see something cool? This has been a nonsense stream, but it's been nice to have one. It's been very serious lately. Here we go. Let me show you something crazy. Alright, so this is my little baby right here. Come on. She's not easy to open, that's for sure. I also haven't opened her in quite a little while. Ta-da! Got myself a little Zitar. She's a beaut. She has electronics, so I can plug her in if I have to. She's really nice. She's probably detuned. Yeah, she's a little detuned. But she's awesome. So I got a lot of music in the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put her back in the case, and we'll get back to the sketch. So yeah, I like music a lot. I grew up with music. I take music very seriously, and when I listen to music, I am one of those weirdo people that will just like put on music, sit here in my chair, and just close my eyes and just think about the music. Like, I'm a big, giant music nerd. I love music so much. To the point that I feel like it ostracizes a lot of people when I talk about it. But I like it so much. I can't help it. Too bad. So, that being said, what's my favorite kind of music? I really like genreless music. And what I mean by that is, like, the Gorillaz. The Gorillaz is one of my favorite bands of all time. I love the Gorillaz. Damon Albarn is a very important person to me. Damon Albarn has done a lot for my life, honestly. Has taken me out of a lot of dark times. So the Gorillaz is definitely like one of the top tiers for me. But I like genreless music. I like when people are like, here's a little bit of EDM, here's a little bit of jazz, here's a little bit of Chinese folk music, here's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I really get turned off of music where it's like, this is techno, period. That's it. We didn't think about it any more than that. It's just techno. That really turns me off to a band. I don't know why Passion would ostracize people. It's nice to see from me. Just every time, like, you know. Okay, it happens in the car a lot. If I'm, like, driving with somebody, people will be like, hey, let's put on a song or whatever. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Sure, no problem. And I'll, like, put on music and they'll be like, nah. It's like, I don't know what you want from me. You want me to put on, like, whatever? I've been around a lot of people who listen to music that is, like, very cookie cutter. And when you put on music that is, like, challenging or a little bit more, I mean, I would say a little bit more interesting, there's a lot of people who are just sort of like, well, I can't groove to this. And it's like, well, don't groove to it. Think about it. It's like watching a movie, right? I don't want to watch, like, a superhero movie every time I watch a movie. I don't want to, like, turn my brain off. I want to turn my brain on. I want to think about what I'm watching. I feel the same way about music, and I think a lot of people don't feel that way, which is fine. It's their right to do so, but it's just not what I'm into. I'm somebody that thinks about everything way more than I should, and so as a result, I care a lot about my music. Anyway, So that's where it gets into like pretentious territory, I would argue. And I think people do have a little bit of a point there. It can get a little annoying to hear people like gush about things for a long time. I think there is merit to thinking that way, but I don't think that way. I don't really listen to music. I listen to what they are saying / singing. Like the lyrics. You like the lyrics? Okay, so I said that there was only going to be one rail, but the more I look at this, the more I'm like, it could use more. It actually looks really good like this. The fence is looking great. Thank you. Is that's... Okay, 5 looks good. 5 looks perfect. We'll count 5. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's a good looking fence. Now, part of me is like, should I put railing down here? And part of me thinks I didn't do it correctly, so I shouldn't. If people fall in the water, then they fall in the water, right? Who cares? All right, you know what? I kind of thought we were wasting a bunch of time, but I'm looking at the time right now, and it's been less than an hour. We're actually doing pretty good on time. That should be about right. Let's do it a little bit less than that. Water level could be high-ish. What do you mean high-ish? This looks about right to me. Thinking like this, and then that's gonna be we're gonna turn this into rock, like a rock wall. And then maybe like a little bit of a seating area somewhere underneath here. Oh, actually, you know what I should do? I should put a little bit of like a shoreline right here. Yeah, yep. That's gotta be it. So I'm gonna put this back just a little bit. Oh yeah, this is water. The floor is that. That's the floor. So that being said, I think I am going to make the shoreline now. Okay, so let's take it upon ourselves to name things real quick. So I'm going to call you Hillside. I'm going to call you Changing Room. Oh man, I should make like a bar or something, shouldn't I? I'm gonna get, there's way too much for me to do here. This is going to be called Pavilion because I'm the worst at naming my stuff. We'll call you Fence Posts, and in fact, I'm gonna make a new collection called Fence. We'll get there. Fence right there. Okay, now we have this little sphere. This is going to be called Fence Light. And then these guys are fence rails. Bada boom. Okay, so we got all of that sorted. What is this? That's the water? That's water. And then we just have a bunch of empties for these guys. So I'm gonna check. Let's check 2 of these guys off our list so I can delete the actual images. Actually, I can delete this now, can't I? Because I made that light. Although I kind of like this. No, we'll keep it. I want to make a salt lamp. Let's make ourselves some salt lamps. And actually, I probably want this to be my salt lamp. This should definitely be our salt lamp. Okay, so we're going to make you right now. So let's go ahead into our node group while we blind ourselves with this bright white. Just like that. Okay, so you are a salt lamp. When I think about a salt lamp, first thing that absolutely matters is a bump. Lo and behold, I'm using a bump. I'm sure nobody was surprised by that. We're going to plug in a object because I want to use a couple of these and they have to be different dimensions, and a Musgrave. So a Musgrave going into that. Oh man, I have to make this really weird, don't I? You know what? In fact, I have a different idea. Let's, Aha, I see. I understand. I got very confused there for a second. Let's get rid of everything. We got rid of everything, and we're just going to add one little sphere real quick. Make it big. Make it smooth. I keep thinking about the time we talked about teacups and spoons some weeks ago. Can you remind me of that? I don't remember talking about teacups and spoons at all. That's the one we want. Boom. Okay. Goal is to delete this image. So let's get that nice and big. What did we say about teacups and spoons? I'm going to grab you, and you are going to be called Salt Lamp. And we're ready to go. Okay. So I'm going to want 2 Musgraves. Just like that. And we're going to pop in a Mix RGB right here. I should probably use Factor, but I'm not going to because I am a bad person. And I'm going to want a color ramp on the bottom one. Right here. Okay, so let's focus on just the top to begin with. So we're doing just the top, and the top needs to look like that. So I'm thinking dimension goes real low. Detail goes fairly high. Maybe that's too high. Or maybe the scale is too high. There we go. That's perfect. That is literally perfect. Look how good that looks. Oh, it's excellent. Cool. And now we need to color it. I started thinking about a spoon put together with a teacup, and now I just have this image in my head of a really weird teacup. I do love me some salt lamps. Salt lamps really do it. What about this teacup spoon thing? I'm not understanding what you're saying. It's a little beyond me. Oh, they also have an extra... They have a gradient, don't they? Where the light is. That's awkward. And in fact, the more I think about this, the more I need to drag this down. And it's giving off light. Oh, it's also a base color. That's fine. We'll do it like this. Oh, no, I got it. We're going to add an emission in the center of it. This is going to be perfect. I think it was in a speed sketch. Got it. Speed sketches are basically untamable area for me. Let's get the color just about right. So I'm never going to get this perfect because I'm using like a different equation for this. But I can get close. And we're going to use that pink right there. In fact, this orange is probably a bit darker. Okay, so that is the beginning of it. Let's add another Mix RGB. And this one, we're going to have to grab you. And this is going to be bright red. Like that. Oh, wait. I messed up. I messed it up. We want to use this guy with the bright red. All 7 Chaos Emeralds. I hate to break this to you. I've already done that one, but I'll do it again. I have done that already. You'll suggest another one? If you want it, we can do it. I don't mind one bit. Okay, so no, I can't use a Musgrave. I have to use a noise with distortion. One of these days, you guys are gonna ask if you should suggest something before you suggest it. By the way, I should mention, I am looking for new ways to do submissions. I would love input. I've talked about this in the past a little bit, but it's just been a real challenge to get it to work. The goal... Oh, look how good that looks. And now I can plug this into the bump. And we should have these strokes right here. Come on. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay, so we don't want to mix. We want to add, and we want to add 100%. And I'm going to make sure I'm not breaking my stream real quick. It's not as much as I would like it to be. I want it to be bumpy all over. Let's multiply instead. Let's do like a multiplication division sort of thing. So here's my dream. I've said this before. I said this a couple of streams ago, but I'll say it again so that I can get everybody on the same idea. Here's the dream. The dream is I want a poll somewhere. Maybe it's on the Discord, maybe it's here on Twitch, I don't know. But I want a poll that the way it works is people will submit their sketch ideas and then it gets added to the poll. So everybody gets to add a nomination to the poll. And then everybody votes, and I pick the top 3. So instead of everybody getting their name on the board, this is it. This is perfect. Here we go. Yeah, that's the dream. The dream is to simplify things a little bit. Because it gets out of hand pretty quick, which is fine, but a little hard to keep track of. Does that look right? I got to do some detail work. Hold on. We're gonna want some. We're gonna want to like really up this detail, like that, like 20. I think that's as close as I'm going to get to a salt lamp, honestly. I think that's as close as I can get to this. It's not perfect, but honestly, it's close enough for my needs. You're changing your suggestion to an angel chow, which is so infinitely harder. That's so much harder. You guys always suggest organic shapes. Okay, so that is a salt lamp. Now let's go ahead and do the light. So here's what I want. I want a gradient from the center of this thing. Where are we looking? Where are we looking? Gradient. A hero chow. I'll have you know, I started playing a bit of Sonic Adventure recently, and I'm getting close to 100%. I have a favorite chow, by the way. If this stream wasn't chaos enough already, I would show you guys. You know what? I'll show you. Whatever. Who cares? I'll show you right now. This is chaos. This is a chaos stream. Okay, so first off, allow me to show you. I actually have a tab for this. Where is it? Is it in dev? Why would it be in dev? It's in other. There he is. Okay, so welcome to a 3D chow viewer. This is a great website where you can sit and make your chows, and it'll let you do all sorts of crazy stuff to them. So if you're somebody that's into specifically Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, you can sit here and make chows. Yeah, this is like a lovely website. I'm so into it. But let me show you the best chow in the world. Give him just a sec. Give him a sec to think about his life. There he is. I love, like, his little back arch. He's, like, such a little sweetheart. This is the best chow in the world. He's so good. Anything else you do really doesn't matter. I guess... Oh, hold on. Make him a big power boy. Ooh. But just the pure. The pure with the back arch. Whew. That's it. That's it right there. Anyway. We're back. It's probably like a month ago. So what was the context? Like, can you just explain it to us? Like, what are you talking about? Okay, so now we need to go ahead and make the emission really strong. So we want a quadratic sphere right from the center. Or, better yet, instead of doing this, I should add it so that it follows your viewpoint. Yeah, that's 100% what I'm going to do. Trying to get a Chaos Chow was so difficult to me as a child. I remember trying so hard and never understanding how to actually get it. Ooh, I got off the top of my head. Chaos Chow. Your Chow has to reincarnate 2 times, and you have to give it 1 of every animal. Simple. That's all there is to it. Teacup put together with a spoon. What does that mean? What is a teacup put together with a spoon? If I put on like a Fresnel filter, what's this gonna look like? Oh, there's no emission because I'm not in rendered view. No wonder. Yeah, no wonder. What am I doing? You know what? The emission shouldn't even be that. The emission should be like bright, bright white. So if I come to here and I change my HDRI to the correct one, we should be looking pretty solid. So let's go back to object and let's edit this gradient just a little bit and then we should be set to go. Are you recreating the sun? Kind of feels that way. We're trying to make a salt lamp. That's the goal. Okay, so that is more or less what we're going for. And now I just want that white to be like a yellow that's a little bit more dull. Oh, I guess that's not the color. This should be a yellow that's a little bit more dull. In fact, let's do like a bright orangey. There we go. And that means that this guy can get a little bit brighter, and then we're set. Right about there. Cool. Okay, now we make it. Now we make it actually look like a salt lamp, and then we're set to go. So we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit on the metallic side. Roughness is high. It's very reflective, which to me indicates like a clear coat. Although I'm having a lot of trouble. In fact, I might put the transmission up to like max and then put a bunch of roughness on it. A teaspoon? I gotta say I'm lost. I don't understand. Wow, turns out salt lamps are pretty hard to make. I think transmission can be indicated by this Musgrave right here. Okay, this is gonna be a disaster. I apologize for what you're about to see. So the transmission is showing up. Yep, that's correct. Now the red is pretty bright. I can live with that. Oh, it's inverted though. Here we go. This is the red. So the red, I'm just gonna reverse these colors real quick to cut them in. And then we're set to go. Never mind. Dare I say, I think this is the closest we're going to get to a salt lamp. It doesn't look perfect. I'm having a lot of trouble wrapping my brain around what this is even supposed to look like. You take a teacup and it looks like there is a spoon in it, but there is no spoon. You've said that like 5 times. I don't know what you mean. I can't even begin to picture that. Yes, please draw it. That would be very lovely. I appreciate that. Are you Neo CD? What? Is everybody speaking a different language? What's happening? What is happening? I don't know what's happening anymore. That's not quite right. You know what? I'm calling it. That is our salt lamp. Could it be better? Yeah, it could be better. I don't know how to make it better, though. Ooh, I think I know how to make it better. Oh, I think I know how to make it better. This is going to require a bit of doing. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We have a little extra time. Let me use that time. Let me actually use that time for something. What I want to do is grab color number 1 and color number 2. Get rid of this. Pop this on over to here. And now I can take the mix and put a mix RGB on here, and I can lower just that one value up there, and we should be set. I'm thinking about a teacup, but the teacup looks like a spoon, but also looks like a teacup at the same time. CQDK. CQDK, I love you very much. You're a very precious member of this community, and I want to protect you by all means. I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means. I cannot picture that in my brain. Just draw it. When you draw it, we'll all say it. We understand. Okay, so I want to put a color ramp here. That's what I was missing. So I put a color ramp right here. And then it looks terrible. No! Why can't I get this to work? Actually, I think I can get this to work. If I change you to white and you to black. Nope, looks terrible. Okay, well, this is my best attempt at a salt lamp right here. It's all right. I wish these were inverted. I wish I could have inverted this part right here. And I wish I could have made the salt part, like the top white salt, flat. But otherwise, it's all right. I'm not trying to protect you from anything in particular. When people say protect, it's mostly just like an admirable expression referring to, like, you know, having somebody's best interest in mind. Those aren't that bad. They're not that bad. They could use a little bit of love, but they're not that bad. It gets the idea across, and I'll sit and work on them offline sometime. It's going to require a lot of doing, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and take it upon ourselves and put on some Q wood and put on some Q wood. And there we go. We got ourselves some little lampposts. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So let's start bringing stuff in. Making the fence is going to be a real righteous pain. Oh, this is pavilion. What? Oh no, this is rocks. These are the rocks underneath. Perfect, let's make the rocks. Rocks under pavilion. Also, if anybody would like to see anything added to this hot spring, I think I'll have a little bit of extra time today. So please feel free to make suggestions. Please don't make them crazy. This is not a speed sketch, so I'm going to be making like legitimate things. But I would like to make some crazy stuff or some stuff that fits into this. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to post them. In the meantime, I'm going to make some rocks. When I think rocks, I think of a normal or a noise texture. This is also a song I've never heard before. Are there new songs in this playlist? It is. It is a new song. You'd like to see trees? Trees are cool. I don't know if you saw mine, but I think it would go well with the theme. I did not see yours. What was I looking for? What did you post? If I apply scale... Oh, that was your speed sketch idea, though. Well, that's going to be interesting to try and get that to work with... That's going to be interesting to try and get that to work with the Chow. You know what? If it's a Hero Chow, it might be like a Hero Chow playing in the fountain like they do in the Hero Garden. So that could work really well. Okay, so we're going to go like 0.3. This looks good. This looks really good. Looks just like stones. I want them to be kind of... Actually, I want the roughness to change. So let's add a texture Musgrave. This is going to be overkill. This is going to be the most overkill thing you've ever seen in your life. Maybe one day the Sonic team will bring back the Chow Gardens. I mean, I'm going to be the one to bring back Chow Gardens. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be me. Okay, so... Oh, I debate whether I want to say this out loud or not. I have an idea for a game. I have an idea for a game that I want to work on eventually. I'm nowhere near good enough to make it. Do not take this as an official announcement or anything like that. But I have an idea for a game that I want to make that is very similar to the Chow Gardens. And... Man, I've thought a lot about it, and it's really good. They really should just make, like, Sonic Go. Like, as dumb as that is, they should just make a Sonic Go. I'm just watching you on... What the heck? On /minus star 3 plus 26 minus plus minus plus. On mute. Simo, what are you talking about? Simo, you okay? Your phone dropped on your keyboard? I love that. You're watching on mute? That's fine. Why are you watching on mute? What would inspire that? Oh, look how good that looks. Look how good that looks. Yo! Okay, tell you what we're gonna do. We're going to add roughness to this. So let's make ourselves 2 color ramps. Color ramp number 1, color ramp number 2. We're gonna pop you up to the roughness, and we're gonna pop you into diffuse. I suppose if Simo's watching on mute, then Simo won't be able to reply to that, but I am curious. It's fine. I mean, I don't mind. Okay, so that should be about right. If I'm thinking correctly, we should have really glossy bits and really hard bits. Yes, it looks so good. Perfect. And now we'll grab some gray, and I'll add a little bit of brown. Bombs? I'm not doing bombs. That's a no-go. We'll do like that, but really desaturated. And this is going to be dropped just a little bit. Oh! If I add... Okay, I got it. I got it. I know how to do this. Okay, so we're just taking a little bit of time today. We have a lot of objects that we're loading. It's just going to be a little bit of a slower roll for this. Look at that. Dragons on the walls. I kind of like the idea of dragons, although that's very hard to do. I'm not against that idea, though. I kind of like that idea. That looks so good. Yo. Color me in on this one. So if we go ahead and throw the pavilion back on. That's the underside of the water right there. So that's what you're looking at when you're swimming around. Looks good. Okay, so let's focus. Focus. I have an hour until I got to do speed sketches. One thing that I have to do right now, big time, is we want to make ourselves that sign. So let's put a sign on top of the changing room. So it's going to be that one. Okay, so we agreed. Abel? Did we agree on Abel? What did we agree on? Abel, less Abel? Abel, less? I think it's between these. Hey, Nova, are you here? Nova, you hanging out right now? Bubble Bell? I mean, Bubble Bell is a sweet little name for a spa if it was like here in the US. But in this world, I don't know. A little bit? Okay, I have one question for you. What would you like to name this sauna or this hot spring? Would you like to name it Abel, Abel less, or less Abel? Those are your three choices. We'll do that, and we'll apply scale and get it looking nice. Looks all right to me. I can live with this. Less Abel, if that's all the choices. Okay, so that's definitely... I like you saying if that's all the choices. Saying that they're not the best choices in the world. Yeah, so it'll be less Abel. That's what we're choosing. Spirits Bubble? No. No. Okay, so Abel less. Let's do it. So I'm going to take this, and we're going to go all the way down. Less Abel. Here we go. Bada boom. I saw more names read. Don't blame me. Nope, you don't see more names. They're here. Those are the only ones. What do you mean? There's only one showing. All right, so that's got to be it. And we're going to pop this on over here. And I'm going to paint it nice and beautiful gold, I think. I might even hammer the gold a little bit, but that probably would be overkill. Let's maybe not do that. Okay, so we got ourselves a nice little sign right here. I'm gonna grab you, grab your X dimensions, grab your X dimensions. Y is gonna be set to 0. And less Abel will be extruded. And then we're done. So let's say 0.12. There we go. Part of me wants to use a different font. Let's do everything else first, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the font. So let's add ourselves a little bit of a cube. We're going to go like that. We're going to go down just a little bit. The yellow bauble. CQDK, you have a lot of energy today. What's gotten into you? Where's all this energy come from? Sounds French. Cursive may be good. We'll try a cursive. I don't want to go too crazy because I want it to be like something that you notice when you're like quote unquote driving by. You just ate candy? Well, that would explain it. That would definitely explain what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna just get this nice and precise onto here. Hey, it's Mr. 6. 3D guy. Here I thought he had a new nickname for me. Just walking around in your room. How much candy did you eat? The heck? You're hyper. Alright, so do I want... What do I want to do here? I think I want to start... Whoa. Not like that. I think I want to start with this. I can't call you Unicorn Boy. I mean, I kind of expected you to, but I appreciate you not choosing not to. Like 5? Okay. You need to be cut off. I think you've had too much. Let's call this Top Stone. We're going to drop that strength down a whole bunch. Make it really subtle looking. Part of me wants to offset everything. So if I offset this... Check this out. 3... 1.5 and 3. That doesn't really do too much for us, but if I go 90, 90, 90, and then if we remove the noise and replace all of the noise with this, I think we'll have something relatively on the radar. You can call me whatever you want, honestly, I don't care. I'm not bothered. I've lived a nice full life. I can't be offended by stuff like that. You're unstoppable. I don't think that's true. Just gonna put that out there. I don't think that's totally true, but I'm glad you feel that way. What color do we want this? Ooh, blackstone like that? Blackstone like that is it. Okay, so what we want is we want this like blackish sort of stone, and I'm gonna put on a color ramp, and we're gonna flatten it, and we should be good. Give me lots of friends. You say friend a lot. That's very nice of you. I like blackstone. I also like blackstone. I think it looks really good. I think it gives it just the right vibe. There we go. So that is going to be the La Abella, or Les Abel little thing right there. And they're using the natural stone from the hot spring. This is perfect. It'll work great. So we're going to call this Les Abel. We're going to give it its own unique thing. You're everybody's friend? I mean, I'm sure I could find somebody. If I tried hard enough, I'm sure I could find somebody out there. Once again, Streamlabs is proving that it just has a random schedule. It just posts whenever it feels like it. It's fine. Good on you. Oh, yes. Joe really hates me. Joe, we all know you're here just to flirt with me. Let's be real about it. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 3 options, and we're gonna choose between 3 options. So let's make one. So this is gonna be my quote-unquote cursive option. Oh, Joe. Joe, I don't know what I'd do without you. Let's see, what do we want? That looks pretty cool. I like that one. Okay, we're gonna call that one. Let's see what else we got. The annoying thing about Blender, one of my least favorite things about Blender, is it just ignores a bunch of your fonts for some reason. Love is in the air. You know. Are you guys making out? Okay, so I'm going to end the conversation here. Sorry I ever mentioned it. Everybody take a drink. Cool off. Quench your thirst. Y'all need Jesus. Okay, well that one's broken. I can't use that one. Let's see. What else are we looking for? Looking for just kind of a nice, normal, fancy-looking font. Time to write a fanfic? I can't imagine it would be that interesting. Okay, what is Red Tornado? I'd like to know what Red Tornado is. We have, oh, okay, so we have Tolkien here, in case anybody wants to do a Lord of the Rings themed hot spring. It's like a red cream soda. Joe, that has you written all over it. Joe, I hope this isn't offensive. I hope this, you see this for what it was meant to be. You have the most, like, liberal Midwest energy ever. You have, like, dude who lives in Wisconsin, but, like, learn Japanese energy ever. Okay, so I think... Oh, I like that. Okay, these are the three. We're choosing between these. I'm politically unaffiliated, but I get what you're saying. No worries. All right, what's everyone think? Which of these do you like? 1, 2, or 3? 1's at top, 3's at the bottom. Oh, make sure to take a nice stretch while you're at it. Two, 2. We got a 1. Okay, so it's 2 for 2, 1 for 1. So far, 2's winning. I'm going to give it 5 more seconds, then I'm deleting number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gone. All right, so out of this, we like 2 better than 1. Okay, now we have 2 for 1. Okay, so I'm gonna ask. Okay, so let me do this. Let me do one more thing before we finish the vote. I feel like a bomb right now. Why is that? Let's put it where it belongs. Is scientific proved the more you make birthdays, the more you live? What? What the heck? Okay, so that is that. Okay, so that is what that one looks like. That's what that one looks like. Pac-Man lovers will go for 2. Ooh, I do like the Pac-Man. You know what? I think I'm going for that. We're pretty tied on it, so let's go for 1. We have a double vote. Disney lovers will go for 1. Okay, you've sealed the deal. 1's gone. Disney lovers? No way. The more birthdays you have, the longer you live. It's science. I mean, that's true. I'm not sure why it was said. Okay, so obviously a sign like this, we look at the sign. Hello, hello sign. Looks just like that. That's perfect. Makes no sense. And let's get into it. So a sign like this is obviously metallic. It probably has like mega high specular because you can't silence the truth red. I've been trying for years, honestly. I've been trying real hard to silence the truth, but it's been a challenge. Sheen probably doesn't matter. Let's switch to rendered view. You're making your teaspoon cup green? I mean, that's fair. That looks pretty good. Okay, I have a bad idea. I'm gonna do it. Got a bad idea. We're gonna add, where do I want to look? We're gonna add a spotlight. Spotlight's gonna come up at an angle like this. And it is going to be pointed at the sign. Okay, so it needs to have a lot less of a depth and a way higher radius. Size. Okay, so size is gonna be like 90. Sure, that'll do. In fact, I might even push it back like this a little bit. And we're gonna grab it and mirror it. Can you mirror? You can't mirror. Grab you, mirror you. And we're just going to change the Z rotation to be positive 31, which didn't do anything for us. You, positive 31. There we go. So now I have two lights on here, and if I switch to this view, this should be all right. Use nodes. If I make it bright, bright red, what is that going to look like? Oh, it looks good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so power is going to be 30. Now I'm not so sure about it. Now I'm not super sure if I like it. Let's scooch you in just a little bit. Right there. And I'll scooch you in just a little bit. CQ2K, you should really not have more sugar. Just gonna put that out there. I don't think you should have any more sugar. I can't stop you. I'm not your mom. But man, you're hyper right now. Tell you what, we're gonna use green. Green is gonna be the color for this place. So we're gonna do a little bit of green there. And this one is going to get the exact same treatment. And you're gonna be more of a blue. There we go. Look at that. Try and tell me that's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. You would come here. You would come hang out here. There you go. Well done. Very proud of you. We're going to go ahead and call this the sign. And I'm going to grab each of these elements and pop them in. So we're going to call this sign base. Let's pop you in and call you sign top. What do we have this? This is the text. Text comes up to here. And then two spotlights. And we've got the sign nice and done. So I can grab all of that, switch back to this rendered view, and put it on top of our changing room. We're looking golden. Look at that. Look at this beaut. I can go ahead and get rid of that empty. Put everything back into here. And now it's starting to come together. Cool. Let's go ahead and make water. Water's nice and easy. I will go ahead and just do the water real quick. So we want to render out some water. Water is nice and easy. Water is a little bit blue. Like that. It is mega reflective. It is mostly invisible. Like that. It's highly transmissive. And then we add the final detail on it and it'll make it beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on a bump. Bump gets added, and on top of the bump, we're going to add a noise. Super easy. Making water is the easiest thing in the world. It's going to melt. Mr. Six has requested that we take a nice drink of water, so let's go ahead and do that. What is going to melt? What are we talking about melting? Oh, look at that water. You try and tell me that's not what water looks like exactly. Oh, the chocolate's gonna melt? Just be sensitive with it. That is perfect water. I'm going to up the detail a little bit. How do you feel about getting older? I mean, I'm starting to get older. I'm already starting to get older. Already starting to freak me out a little bit. If you want my real opinion, how I feel about getting older. My real opinion is I often struggle with how much I've done with my life so far. I struggle a lot with, like, self-worth and, like, I should be further along than I am right now. But as far as the idea of growing older, I'm not very scared of death. I'm not scared of, like, being older. I care about my health, but, like, beyond that, it's not that big of a deal. People get old, who cares? No worries. The big thing for me is, like, if I've done enough work for my time in life. Oh, this looks pretty good. All right, it's starting to come together, guys. And if we go way lighter, yeah. Look at that. I might even add a little bit of sea foam on top of this. Let's do that real quick. Let's add a little bit of sea foam. And the sea foam is going to affect roughness. There's something you want to do before you die? There's a lot of things I want to do before I die. They are as follows. I want to own a company. A very specific company. I want to own a plaza. Like a piece of land that I can make interesting stuff on. Ooh, look at that. Look how good that looks. Yo, this is it. This is gonna be the one. Skydiving's cool. I can get down with skydiving. I really want to own, like... yeah, I just want to own, like, a plaza. Like a mall. I have some good ideas for, like, a mall sort of thing. You want to see snow? That's not a hard goal. You could see snow. Okay, so if I go to rendered view. Oh, I should also do alpha based on this. Let's get rid of the hillside real quick and see what we're looking at. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that black. You know what? I want to remove some of the color here. You live in Brazil? I mean, that's fine, but, like, traveling's not the hardest thing in the world. Is finances, like, a big problem? I feel like getting to the point that you can travel is not super far off. There we go. Yeah, that should do. I have tried rappelling. Right now I'm saving for college, maybe one day. Yeah, you're young. You'll get there. Skydiving seems pretty straightforward as far as that's concerned. You know what? I should just use a different color ramp. Snow is pretty cool, pun intended. Very good, very good. You can color me a fan of snow. I love snow. So this guy has got to be like 0.1, maybe even like 0.3. There we go. That's water. That's some good old-fashioned water right there. And if I want to go extra weird and crazy, I might make the sea foam a little bit more like bluey. Done with your green teaspoons? Well, very good. It's all coming together. No, I like that. I want it to be like misty though. So we're going to do like a greeny seafoam green, quote unquote. And now that I'm seeing it like this, I think I do want the scale to be smaller and the distortion to be lower. Maybe I want the distortion higher. It's hard to tell. If I lower the bump on this guy a little bit, we get like really weird looking stuff. Do you want to have grandchildren? Oh boy. Oh boy, you've unlocked everything. I don't want children at all. I do not want to have children. I'm not interested in having children. I have a lot of opinions about children. I like children. I get along with children. I've been good at taking care of children throughout my life. Me and children were cool, but I'm not having children. Not on my list. I have a lot of personal reasons and a lot of like global ideological reasons why I don't want to have children. So I'm not doing it. Simply put. I gotta say that's okay. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. Let's make the wood on here, and then I'm gonna add a new model to this guy. I'm looking at this and I'm like, do I want Q wood? And I'm like, I don't think I want Q wood. I think I want a more specific wood texture. So let's double this, and we're gonna call this light pine. Are you anti-natalist? What does that mean? What is an anti-natalist? Yeah, I couldn't even begin to assume what that means. Given how aggressive that sounds, I'm going to say I'm probably not. But I'd love to know what that means. Let's see. We want to make like a nice pine. So when I think pine, I'm going to think this, but lighter and less saturated. Correct. Same thing here. Let's go way less saturated and just a little bit lighter. Okay, so I'm assuming somebody just posted their picture for the teacup in Discord, because I just got the notification on Discord. Is that good? This looks all right. Okay, so now we want to get the noise texture sorted out a little bit better. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get those streaks nice and wide, maybe with those little bits right there. And the distortion, get that lower just a little bit. Oh, that looks good. It's not good because you're so hype. I don't know why you're so hype all of a sudden. You just took off all of a sudden. Okay, that's gotta be as close to the texture as I'm willing to go. That looks really good. That looks incredibly good. So now my brain is like, I don't know how I'm gonna do the fence. The fence seems impossible. The fence seems relatively impossible. I'm just like a bird flying around. It's definitely what it feels like. Let's look at our empties real quick. I want to figure out what else we're referencing, because I think we can delete a couple of these. Oh, I want to put snow on something. That's right. So I'm done with you. Goodbye. This guy, probably keeping for a little bit longer. And oh, the water. We got to bring the water in. Okay, so that's the next thing I'm doing. I'm going to make this guy right here. So let's do that. I can go back to regular old view, and we can actually model something for once in our lives. Okay, so let's make ourselves a little thing that pops up and drops water on you. Okay, so what I want is basically just a cube with a hole in it, and you're gonna pop another cube out of the center of it and put a lid on it. No problem. So I'm gonna move this to 0 everywhere. Shrink them down, make them tall. Actually, let's push them back a little bit so I can see a little bit closer with what we're working on. And then I can check that off my list. And we have about 40 minutes until we start the speed sketch. So feeling pretty good about our time. Not too worried about that. Gonna extrude along normals right there, and we're gonna go all the way across, extrude along normals. And let's go ahead and dissolve. Boom. So that is the top of that. Now we're going to poke a hole in it. Poke a hole right here. I'm going to do the hole manually just because it's going to give me trouble if I try to do it any other way. So we're just going to poke the hole straight into there and make it higher. Oh no, the hole's actually way lower than that. I'm going to want to grab both of you and bring you down. Yep, that's it. Extrude in. And then we're going to pop out just that little outer section, and then we're done. So realistically, what I want to be doing... You didn't get a soft spot there. You're fine. I'm not offended at all about children. Oh, here we go. Philosophy, which basically means you are not, you will not conceive to prevent the potential future person from suffering in life. Core idea is that no one can suffer if they do not exist. Important to note that antinatalists are not pro-suicide, sterilization, and not necessarily pro-choice. Just against creating new life, not ending existing one. Sometimes I feel like villains, sad backstories. Sometimes I feel... What? You guys are on a different wavelength. I have the opinion. Here we go. Here comes my political opinions for everybody who's been dying to hear my political opinions. My political opinion is that I believe the world is a bit overpopulated. A lot of science kind of goes back and forth on whether that is true or not. And I think the reality of the situation is there's a lot of people competing for the same amount of resources. And the amount of resources available on the Earth are finite. There's only so many resources for everybody to have. And so, moralistically... having a child means that I am taking up more of those resources. And I personally am somebody who doesn't care to have children. So it is an easy moral choice for me to not want to take up more resources while also not having a child. So that anybody else who wants to have children, their children have less competition from me, a person who does not want to have children. So it's kind of a chicken or the egg situation. I'm not sure which comes first. My desire to not have children or like my care for other people. But that's generally the idea as far as it's concerned. What the heck is going on here? Why is this... What is happening? Color me very confused. I get the feeling, but the planet kind of gonna die anyway. See, I don't believe that at all. I like don't subscribe to that ideology at all. I feel very adamant that you know, people typically prevail. People typically figure things out. It's just not super easy to see at any given time, and a lot of suffering might be required to do so. If you look at historic evidence, there's been a lot of really dark periods in human history, and I'm sure everybody at that time was like, the world's gonna end, and, you know, oh well. And yet the world has not ended, and we're still continuing to live. So I'm not somebody who believes in like ultimate death or anything like that. I actually am pretty optimistic about humanity and the world in general. But I just want to do my part to make things better for everybody else. And at the same rate, I benefit from it because I don't want to have children. So, like, if I can help people while also helping myself, easy. Problem solved. The ideology that represents is called selfish altruism, and I am very much a selfish altruist. That is a very important philosophy to me in general. Okay, so we've done it. We made this little guy. I think we used a little bit more geometry than we should have. You basically practice a branch of antinatalism. I don't think that's true. I don't totally agree with that. I think that's maybe pigeonholing it a little bit. Yeah, I could probably fix this up if I tried really hard, but I'm gonna do it later. The geometry needs some work. But now I got a little thing to pour some water out of. Pretty nice, pretty easy. Actually, the more I look at it, the more I think that this needs to be pulled out a little bit. Just like that. The simple answer, the like really simple answer for everybody is I never wanted to have children as a kid or as a teenager or whatever you want to call it. I never wanted to have children, and people were always like, you'll change, you'll change, you'll change. And I just never changed. It just never changed. So there's a part of me that just feels that way because I feel that way. I just don't want to have children because I simply don't want to have children. End of story. But there is the philosophical aspect that I do believe in. And I do care about. Okay, so now I gotta figure out where to put this. Part of me wants to make like a hot tub somewhere, but I think that's a bad idea. So we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna make a big giant one, and we're gonna put it like in the center here. Beside the stairs. Okay, I can do that. That works for me. Let's put it right here. Hot tub stream, yay. Not another hot tub stream. So you'll notice I have a hot tub underneath me. We were suggested to do a hot tub stream earlier. If I were a VTuber, I would love to model out a hot tub scene and do like a hangout hot tub stream in there. But unfortunately, everybody already knows what I look like, so the chances of that happening are pretty slim to none. So I suppose, Chaos, if you want me to make you a hot tub for hot tub stream, feel free. You can redeem one free hot tub from me. I'll make you a hot tub. I can't guarantee the quality, but if you need it. There we go. That is going to be our little water spigot. This is looking like a real scene now. Now, the more I look at this sign, the more I'm like, it really needs to go out front. Can it be a gothic hot tub, though? Sure. I don't see why not. I don't know what a gothic hot tub looks like, but I could make a gothic hot tub, sure. I could, you know, I hate to say it, but I feel like I could do anything at this point. How long it'll take me and how good it'll be, we'll call that into question. CQDK has suggested that everybody take a nice drink of water. That's good, because I've been talking my ears off, and I'm like, I'm running out of steam. Pun intended for the hot tub. All right, so let's go ahead and just pull this guy out. And now begins the roof. Chad of Suburbia. Do you do 3D modeling? Oh yeah, that's what we're up to. I want to suggest a shark plushie. Did you already make a suggestion? Why don't you suggest shark, and then I'll just do a shark. Because then so, okay, wait, before you make a suggestion. We have a Hero Chow, a very specific water feature that I gotta look up how to make. And I can add shark to it. Okay, well, there's fish. I can do fish. Fish are easy. Are you making a game? Yes, is the short answer. The longer answer is I'm making a lot of different things, and a game is one of them. Okay, let's make ourselves a nice thatch roof real quick. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and pop this guy over here. Is this going to work? This should work, right? If I make myself like a nice little roof. Do you do this in your free time, or is it full time? Currently, it is a free time thing. I do not get paid to do 3D modeling. But I hope to change that soon. I have some plans to fix that. But for the meantime, it's just a fun little thing that we're doing. And when the first game gets released, we'll see how we go from there. I'm hoping to turn this into a bigger thing, though. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to go a little bit nuts. Let's say like 30. And then we're going to do 2 of them. So off the top of my head, I'm thinking that's got to be like 14. That's perfect. That's literally perfect. We're going to do 14. Yes, there he is. There's that beautiful boy. Okay, so now I should be able to just count my way down this little guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bridge. Easy peasy. Okay, so let's go down 2. And let's do some quick math. Okay, so thinking about this, I own a game development company and we're looking for a 3D modeler. Would you be interested in this? This might be to take it big depending on what you're looking for. I mean, if you would like to send me details about it, I would love to. I'm definitely sort of doing my own thing for the time being. So I'd have to really look at the details and stuff, and I'd have to know if you have, like, exclusivity agreements. I'm developing this game right now regardless. So if I know there's some game companies that are really against people doing solo projects while they work at the company. I mean, it just is what it is at that point. So I'd have to know what you're working with, but I'd be interested to hear about it. And if anything else, I'd be interested to hear like what you guys are working on. I'm always full of ideas for people. The easiest way to probably get a hold of me, for the sake of that, is I don't think does Twitch have? No, Twitch doesn't have DMs. Discord does, and there's a link to the Discord down in the bottom. So if you wanted to jump on the Discord, just grab my profile up at the top and send me a DM. I could, you know, figure everything out from there. Depends what you're cool with, I guess. This might be a pointless thing to argue about, but your description of your stance on having children is anti-natalism as I've read it. I've not heard of selfish altruism, but there's likely a great overlap between the two, so basically our disagreement is purely about nomenclature. Yeah, I tend to argue with people about words a lot. And the only reason for that is because words usually have double meaning. Like, most people that sort of choose very specific words to describe themselves with have a subcultural meaning behind it. And I try to stay away from that stuff as much as humanly possible. Same username. I'm the guy at the top. I am Mr. Rediera. Twitch has whispers? Oh, I didn't know that. Good to know. Alright, so making ourselves a nice little roof here. Now, I'm going to fail pretty hard on this one, so bear with me while I do this. We're going to say 3 and 3. And I'm going to bridge, and then we're going to do the exact same thing down here. 3 and 3. Chat of Suburbia. Do you have any information that you'd like to tell everybody in chat about your game so far? You know, even if things don't work out between the two of us, would you like to, you know, generate some hype for people? What should we expect? This is your stage to show off your project to the people at large. Okay, let's say 5. 5 might be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't work. Okay, so now I'll try 6. Are there any demons in the game? Now that's the question. That's the $1 million question. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we might have done it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No! 7's gonna be too much, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we've broken it. Okay, tell you what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna grab the middle one, and we're just gonna call it right here. So that's our roof. Nice and simple. Has a nice throughway. You can get in there, no problem. So now I'm asking myself, what are we actually doing? That sits up there, and it's going to be open to the roof. So this guy's all open now. Let's get in here. Also, as far as the speed sketch is concerned, we are currently looking at a shark, some fish, a water feature, and a hero chow. So I don't think anybody should add any more to that personally, but if you have anything that matches all that stuff, feel free. Okay, so let's get into here and let's fix up some of this geometry, because this geometry is a little disgusting. Make this nice and efficient. Perfect little retopo right there. Nothing too hard, nothing to think about. Okay, that is gotta be it. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. Bada boom. And bada boom. Is that correct? Did I do this right? Hey, Junie, are you still here? I have a thought for you. I was watching something on YouTube and it made me think of you. So there's this new channel that I've been watching on YouTube. I'm such a sucker for people that like do vlogs. I love vlogs so much. I know it's like the lamest thing to be into, but I just love vlogs. And there's this new person I've been watching. Her name is Kelsey. I want to say it's called Kelsey Dyer. We'll call it Kelsey Dyer for the time being. I'm pretty sure that's her name. But she does little. No, we don't want to do that. She does like travel vlogs. They're not really. Yeah, they're vlogs, I guess. But she just goes to places in Japan. She lives in Japan with her boyfriend. I'm assuming boyfriend, maybe husband. I'm not sure. And they go to like really cool places in Japan and they film it, and it's usually like attractions or stuff like that. And at one point, they go to an Inuyasha cafe. So it's just like an eatery, a little cafe with, you know, all sorts of stuff where everything is Inuyasha themed. And I couldn't help but think about you. Hey, thank you, Chad. Hey, Chad, while I have you on the line, is there anything you want to tell everybody about your game? Do you have any cool information for us about your game? Things to get everybody here excited for it? All right, let's push this down. Sure, that'll work. We'll say 6 probably sounds about right, and we'll do like 0.7 on there, maybe like 0.65. And say that looks pretty good to me. Under NDA, so I can't discuss it. However, I can say that is a multiplayer FPS game. Well, good to know. Appreciate you, man. I will. I'll look into your DM as soon as I'm done a stream. Good to hear from you. Okay, so what do we want to be doing about this roof? Well, if I know what roofs look like, and I don't, because I'm not a roof expert, but I can guesstimate. If I want to take a guess as to what roofs look like, they kind of go like this. Oh, that looks kind of like the Assassin's Creed logo, and I'm kind of here for it. I sort of want to connect these two guys together. It is a roof on a witch's house. That's definitely what this feels like to me. Let's go for it. Okay? Let's just go for it. Ooh, actually, no. Got a much better idea. We're gonna go ahead and cut 2 times on here. 2 times here. 2 times here. Bada boom. And now I can go ahead and bring these in. Right. You see what I'm doing? I know you can see it. Remember that orange 3-eyed furry demon thing? Don't remind me. Don't remind me. That was probably one of the worst things I've ever made. It's that or the Wendigo. The Wendigo, I think about that Wendigo all the time, and I'm like, man, that was awful. That Wendigo was terrible. No of them? What do you mean? What does that mean? Oh, you're talking about the cheese monster. Right? No. I mean, you sent a lot of stuff. It's hard for me to keep track of all of it. I appreciate you sending a lot of stuff. I just can't keep track of all of it. I can't even keep track of all my own stuff. Black orange, it has big horns. It's not ringing a bell. You know what? I'm going to push this up just a little bit more, and we're going to go ahead and do the cross-section now. Its head looks like a skull. I mean, I don't know. I don't have it off of my short-term memory. What about it? Okay, so anybody who does statics, I'm sorry for what I've done. You can't say your idea? Okay, well now we got secrets. Part of me thinks that I should just take you and scooch you back. It's a really cute idea. I mean, I can't manifest a memory. So, just say your idea. Who cares? Okay, I'm going to push that back. And I think we are just about here. And that's probably all I have time for. I think that's got to be our time. So let's pop this roof on. It's going to be hard when you don't remember. Just imagine that I'm a brand new person that's never known you before. And you got to pitch this idea to me, right? Maybe this is like a board meeting or something. How would you pitch the idea to me? I've never seen anything you've ever done before. How are you letting me know what's going on? Okay, so I want this exact measurement. Like that. Like that. Probably don't want to do the Z. That's probably not in our best interest. But we can just go ahead and stretch this back a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Les Bell has never looked better. Les Bell has never looked better. Look how good this looks. Okay, cool. Picture a furry with big ears, but its head is a skull with 2 big horns and 3 eyes. Okay, so when you say big ears, am I thinking like bunny ears or what kind of ears? Okay, so far, this is what we got. You know, I'm pretty proud of this. Like, is this amazing? Would I throw this in a game? No, this is not ready for a game. This is not game ready or anything like that. But for 2.5 hours of work, we're getting there. We're doing pretty good. I gotta say, I like this a lot. Thank you, Chaos. Very appreciated. Yeah. You know what? I'm cool with this. I'm, like, intimidated by the fence. I really don't want to work on the fence. But, everything else. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I'm pleased with this. I can live with this. We need some patio furniture. We need some doors. Maybe I'll work on this next week. This might be a Monday task. I might do this on Monday as well. We'll see. But that'll be it for the first part of the stream. So I'm going to end 10 minutes early so I can do a little bit of research with you guys. So yeah, that is the first part of stream done.